right, I got to find a piece of cheap land.
Do you not need your office anymore? Where would you
How are you going to find a piece of cheap land? I'm going to have to create it
You gotta
to make it work.
Well, from what you've told me is Zillow, Realtor, and driving around finding possible places and then researching it with the county to find their phone number and call them and ask.
Yep, we're going to do it.
So you don't need your office anymore?
No, I need my office.
You're just gonna change offices? You're gonna go somewhere else?
Pretty much. So my office is a mess, and I'm not going to tell you anything different because it's always a mess because we work. What I'm going to show y'all is I got somebody now that is renting a section of my building that told me they want my office. And I'm the type of guy, this is what I do for a living, I rent property. So you want my office? I'm gonna move out my office and I'm gonna give it to you. Nick said, where you gonna go? I don't know. We'll talk about that towards the end. So this is a banquet room that we have. This is where we're gonna do the class on September 8th, 9th, and the 10th. We do Christmas parties here. We do different events here and stuff like that. So this will be part of it that'll go, so we'll lose that. Now, will I build this at my next office? Because I'll build a new office.
Okay.
So when I build the new office, will I build this same room in there? It'll be a little bit different. I will build a room that I can bring 50 people in to teach. So we will definitely do that. So most of it will come back in.
Then, so you just build your offices because of course you're a real estate guy and developing, you get more money at the end of the day for what it's worth.
It'll be worth more if I build it than go buy it.
You might as well just
build let's talk
your
about
own
that.
office.
So this room right here just comes around from the banquet room and it goes in and out. And whenever we do events, we'll bring caterers in. When we do the 8th, 9th, and 10th, we'll bring a caterer in to take care of us or sandwiches or something for every lunch because we don't want people to leave for lunch. So we'll set that up and we'll set coolers up for drinks and things like that to take care of people. Another part that we will probably leave. So as you walk through my thing, my office has lots of different work on the wall and I like inspirational stuff, so I'm trying to always find stuff that makes me think and makes my employees think and everybody thinks about what's going on. So our office is small. 3 of us work in the office, if you include me, which is not really accurate. And then Izzy sits here, but Izzy's in here 2 hours a day, an hour and a half a day. So if you look at our whole office, it's kind of small. So Lisa's office in here, we are not politically correct in anything because Lisa's got all these books right here. Reasons why I think this meeting's bullshit. I don't understand that. Co-workers I want to punch in the face. My archive of flying fucks I don't give. If you look at her desk, it's...
She's out there, isn't she?
So she'll take one of these right here and she'll say, here. And she'll come in my office with one. And she'll say, I just want you to know I give a fuck. And give it to me.
Oh my God. She's got a lot of fucks to give.
Yep, she don't give them out very often. We're not trying to impress anybody with anything. We just come in here to work. Just where we make our living. You know, I don't drive vehicles to make people impressed about me. I don't live in a house that people need to be impressed about. Right. We just live, you know, because I'm reading a book right now and the book kind of ticked me off. The first 2, I had a friend of mine call me and want me to read it. I'm going to an event next Saturday or next Friday in Santa Ana, California, and I'm taking my son. And he said, I'm gonna meet you at that event if you're gonna go. I said, I'm gonna go. He said, all right, I'm gonna buy a ticket, I'm gonna go. He said, I want you to read this book. And the book is Die with Zero. He said, I want you to read it and I want you to let me know what you think. The first 2 chapters, I was just irritated to no end at what this guy was saying. I was really struggling. And now I'm on chapter 8, and it all kind of comes into perspective, and it's making me think about how I do things a little bit.
Really?
But I don't know that I'm going to change anything. None of that book says go buy a Lamborghini and spend your money on stuff that can't make you money. My wife has a Christmas tree year round. I guess Memorial Day, that's the Memorial Day tree. So next,
this is the Memorial Day tree.
Yes, so yes. The next thing she will have, I guess, will be the Halloween tree.
Yeah.
So it'll have skulls on it or whatever she'll put on it.
And then Thanksgiving. The
Christmas tree stays year round, it never goes away, and it just changes seasons. So she just calls it a tree that changes for each holiday. So then this is my office, and again, I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing fancy. So this is all I really got to duplicate, and then our podcast room. So this is all I really have to duplicate. So how expensive is this to build? It's not that bad.
No.
So the people that are renting the space on the other side of this wall, they said, we want your office. We need about 5,000 square foot of offices, and we want your office. So I said, okay, that's going to cost you $14 a square foot.
To rent.
So you take So basically, this is about 5,500 square foot. So basically, all we're going to do is you take 5,500 times 14 a square foot, and they'll give me $77,000 a year to rent this, and divide that by 12. That'll be $6,400 a month. So would I pay $6,400 a month to rent this office out for me? No, I would not do that. Too much money. Doesn't make any sense for me. Not for what we operate. This guy's bringing in a crew. He's combining 3 different offices in this one building. So that's why he needs more. But I would rather rent it out. So what I will do is I'll rent it out. And your question to me was, what will I do with it after that?
Well, you rent it out.
They want to take it by the end of the year.
Okay.
So I would have to move out. So where am I going to move? I have no idea.
Do you have enough time to build your own, literally?
I don't have enough time to build one. So right there where the tennis court used to be.
So you'll end up renting somewhere else, or are you going to buy somewhere else?
Oh, I might move into the house on Louisville Highway. We can
Just
work
turn
out of that.
A house into an office?
Well, we got a house that's an office, remember?
That's right.
The one by the electrical place. So it's already built out as an office. We just finished building it out, and we haven't got a renter in it yet. So we have somebody wanting to buy it right now for $900,000. So we may be selling it. I don't know. He hasn't given me his contract, but that's what he wants. So my thought is, what I will do is I will take where the tennis court used to be, and I will probably go into that back hill right there, and I will build a shop there, build my offices right there, and I can come around as much as I want to come around on that. So I'll either build it there, or I will come in and build it here, where the containers are, where the air conditioner is. I can build it there, because if I build it there, what that would be is I would cut all the trees down, and I'd be able to see the city of Millersville, same as in the front. But I would put it closer to the edge. I can't put it past, see that marker right there? That's an interstate marker. So the interstate won't let me do anything. I can't build. I can build on the other side of that marker, but they can make me tear it down. So we need to be careful with that. But I would have my same view we had from the other video, basically, that I built to. So what you think about that? And then my land cost is nothing, so I got no land cost. Then we just come in, dig it out, build it, and it's exactly what we want. I didn't build what I got.
You don't have land costs. I mean, yes and no. You already bought the land, so
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't still count as zero, though. I mean, it's still a number.
No, I'm not going out and buying it. I already own it.
Right, but
it's part of this property right here.
So it's still cut in half, at least, or something.
What's cut in half?
The land value, because you bought the whole thing for X amount. This isn't inhabiting all of the land. This is still some of the land. So
okay, so your mother passed away, and your mother leaves you an acre of land, and you say, well, I'm gonna build a house on an acre of land. Do you have land cost on that?
Well,
but you
do. Yeah, whatever the land is actually valued.
Okay,
at.
so but you're not paying for it, so you didn't pay nothing for it.
See, if you didn't pay anything for it.
So my mindset is I would not put any land cost on this. I would say, okay, what's it gonna cost me to build out that building? All it's gonna cost me is what the building cost me to build out. It's not gonna cost me anything for land. I've already paid for the land 15 years ago when I bought this. You know, basically, if I decided to sell this, because I told you it's worth $4.5 million, then I would just put a dividing line right there, and I would subdivide the land, and they would buy this section, but they would not buy that section.
Okay.
I would maintain my own building still. And I wouldn't pay nothing for it. But then I made, more than $4 million off of this. And I would caution people not to manipulate your numbers in a way to make it look like you're getting a better deal than what you're getting. The way I look at that would be, I'm not paying for this land. I've already bought it. The land was paid for years and years. I paid cash for it 15 years ago in 2011 when I bought it. However long ago that was.
And if you use those numbers, that was a very small amount than if you were to buy it right now. So you don't have to adhere to today's value of this land and devise a plan of...
Because I'm not going to buy it. Now, if I sold that piece of land off, how much could I get for it? I don't know. It's got another rental building down there, so it's not so much that it's just for me. It's in the perfect area. It's in the perfect place. So that's what I'm looking at on my building. So we'll see if I'm still here in 6 months, or if I got a new building over there in 8 months. We'll just have to see. There's so many wheels moving, and they're moving so fast right now. It's crazy.